I seriously think that dating apps are like the cigarettes of our generation.
5. Facebook dating. I have not heard anyone who has had any real success off of Facebook dating.
Scamming a lot of girls because they meet him on Tinder because, oh, he's good looking.
Let's start with the total waste of time first. Tinder.
Last night I had such a bad date. I'm like kind of scared for my life because this guy's kind of psycho. So I'm
5. Facebook dating. I have not heard anyone who has had any real success off of Facebook dating, nor have I really heard anyone who even uses Facebook dating. So far, it seems like a dud. Number 4, eHarmony. I know this is one of the most popular dating apps, but still, the same as Facebook dating, I haven't heard of anyone who is meeting people off of eHarmony. I know that people use Match, but then I hear a lot of complaints about that as well. eHarmony seems like a waste of time. Number 3 is Happen. This used to be a lot more popular, I feel like about 5 or 6 years ago. This is the dating app where you get to meet people based on your actual location and if you've actually crossed paths, which is a little bit creepy, but it seems like one of those dating apps that's just going downhill and people are rarely even using it. Number 2, Badoo. Now, I heard that this might be a little bit more popular in other countries, at least outside of the United States, but still people are using it all over the world. And if you are in the US or Canada, any of the Western countries, I would strongly advise against it. It's a lot of scammers and fake profiles. It's going to do nothing for you. And the number 1 worst dating app right now in 2024, before I get to that, if you're having trouble with meeting and attracting women, we have an entire template of how to have a profile that gets 10x more matches. So if you're a single guy, you need more help, go to the link in my bio, book a free call. The number 1 worst dating app right now, which is on all the top 10 lists, which blows my minds of best dating apps, but it's not, is Zoosk. No one is using Zoosk.
Our topic for today is dating apps. Which ones are good? Which ones are bad? Which ones are a total waste of time? Let's start with the total waste of time first. Tinder. See, I'm over 40, and if you're over 40, Tinder doesn't want you, especially if you're a man. Basically, you won't match with anyone ever. And I'm not speaking from my own experience. I'm just saying that's supposedly Tinder's algorithm won't match you with anyone if you're a middle-aged man. What they will do, if you start scrolling through Tinder and you start looking at a few profiles, they will send you a notification saying, oh, you just missed a match. But if you sign up for our premium service, you'll never miss another match again. So there probably are a few suckers out there who pay for this Tinder premium service, and then they find out there never were any matches. It was all a scam. So yeah, if you're over 40, Tinder, big waste of time. They shouldn't even let you on Tinder if you're over 40. If they're not ever going to match you with anyone, what's the point? Next, OkCupid. I used to have that on my phone. I don't think I ever got a date out of it, so I don't know. I guess inconclusive on that one. Plenty of Fish. Yeah, back in the day, POF used to be a great app for dating, for meeting girls. At some point, it seemed like it got taken over by working girls and ladies of the evening just looking for clients. So I deleted POF. I had no more use for that app anymore. Bumble, that's the app for where women are supposed to make the first move. I got a couple dates off of Bumble, but I think in general, maybe women just don't like making the first move. So that app seems a little flawed, possibly. Which brings us to Hinge. Hinge, the app that's designed to be deleted. If you have Hinge on your phone and you allow notifications, once a day, like every day around 5 o'clock, they will send you a profile of someone they think you might be interested in dating. It's not based on common interest. It's not based on any preferences. It's just a random. They're basically saying, look, you said you're looking for a girl. Here's your girl for today. You're a guy. She's a girl. What do you think? Now, 99% of the time, I was not interested in dating any of the women that Hinge tried to match me up with. But a few weeks ago, they did match me up with someone who she caught my eye. I wrote to her and she wrote back, and we've been on 5 or 6 dates since then, and she's actually on her way over right now. So I guess I'd recommend Hinge. You can actually write to anybody on the site whether you match with them or not, and that's a big plus, something you can't do with most of the other sites. So I recommend Hinge, the app that's meant to be deleted.
I seriously think that dating apps are like the cigarettes of our generation. Like, I think right now it's all fun and cute, and it's like, who'd you match with, what they send you, blah, blah, blah. But I think like 10 years from now, we'll look back and we'll understand like just what an awful impact they had on our society. I had conversations this week with two different guys who are 38 years old who were telling me about their recent breakup and how the girl was amazing, but they broke up with her because they weren't ready for marriage yet. And I'm like, sir, you are 38. When will you be ready for marriage? When you're on your deathbed? And this is such an American thing. It's like the society we're raised in to be so individualistic and you do you. You can have fun and meet people and be sexual. That is what enables men to just F around with all these different girls. And you know what it's doing to all of us, men and women as well? It is effing us up mentally. This is literally an addictive thing like cigarettes that is impacting us psychologically and we're not even noticing it. I was trying to date in the US for 7 years. I moved to another country because I couldn't find anyone here, and within 4 months I found a boyfriend. Because in those countries, they're not dating 1,000 people at once. In those countries, men are used to having girlfriends. Whoa, what a foreign concept. And this is why I say when you start to date someone new, make sure this guy hasn't been using dating apps for years, because what it'll do, no matter how good of a guy he is it'll set up his brain to be so addicted to this instant gratification that once he gets into a relationship, he's gonna either need therapy or he's gonna end up cheating on you. And only the stable guys that haven't been overstimulated like this will be the ones that treat you well and won't cheat on you. I think we're getting effed up in the head and we're not even noticing it.
I want to talk about something very important, something that can save someone else's life. Stay away from these dating apps. Yes, stay away from these dating apps because they are dangerous. Stay away from Tinder. There's a guy in Cape Town who keeps on scamming a lot of girls because they meet him on Tinder because, oh, he's good looking. The next thing they go to the restaurant with that guy, the guy leaves them with the bill and walks away with their phones. So they are losing. Stay away from these sites or apps rather. Stop meeting random strangers from the internet. There's a girl who passed away because she was murdered by a man that she met on a dating site. It's a tragedy. We live in a very messed up society, a messed up world, a cruel world. I don't even know how to define it anymore. Stay away. Yes, some people were blessed and lucky and fortunate to meet decent men or a woman on these dating sites. But now it's no longer the same. Please be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful.
Last night I had such a bad date. I'm like kind of scared for my life because this guy's kind of psycho. So I met this guy on Hinge. It always starts with Hinge. He picked this like sushi restaurant. He wanted to go get sushi. I mean, he asked me what type of food I like. I told him I'm pretty much open-minded, just pick anything. And so like everything was fine, but he would kind of give me like subtle flags that he had like a small temper. Like he would get like mad over like little things, like, you know, just waiting 5 seconds for the valet person to get the car. But I'm a nice person. I'm a nice girl. I like to see the best in people, so I kind of like ignore those stuff. Big fucking mistake. So at the beginning of the day, he proceeds to say that he has never done anything like this for a woman. He said that he had to drive all the way from Beverly Hills to downtown and he's never done that. And he's never taken out a woman on a date. So I'm like, what type of women have you been dating then? Like, so when we finished our food, he asked me what I wanted to do after. And I was like, oh, you know, whatever you want. We can go to like a bar, we can go to a club, whatever. So guess what he suggested? He said, since you have a luxury apartment, why don't we go back to your place? And I told him, absolutely not. I don't know you. I don't take people back to my place. Sorry. Respectfully. I said that very respectfully. And he got mad. He kept asking me why. Why can't I go to your place? Why can't I, like, there's no reason. Like, why is the reason? The reason is stupid. Kept saying because I didn't have a valid reason as to why I didn't want to let him into my apartment, that I had to let him in my apartment. At that point, I excused myself to go to the restroom. I was going to leave the date. But, you know, me as a nice person, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't know. I'm very nice. I should have fucking left because when I came back, he asked me to split the bill, which threw me off because you suggested to go out with me. You took me on a date. Now you're asking me to pay half because I didn't let you go into my apartment because you didn't get lucky. I grabbed a check. I told the waiter, he's weird. I'm leaving. Charge his card. I'm gone. This man proceeded to chase me down. and hold me back and started calling me Mexican trash and broke Mexican. I don't know. He started calling me all these racial slurs. I literally left on a scooter and he started texting me all this crazy shit. I blocked him. He started calling me on unknown numbers. He starts like spamming my Instagram with comments and just disrespectful shit. Literally had to email Hinge and show Hinge all the email threads, everything. I screenshot everything. Like, I am worried I have a stalker now and could kill me because he knows where I live. Men worry about getting finessed on a date out of a meal, but women worry about literally getting killed.